Let's rearrange my $13,000 Hot Toys collection, starting off with one of my favorite figures,
Day and night.
You guys all know Goon Knight's a top 3 Hot Toys for me, but now we're continuing with my Symbiote Spider-Man display. I don't think I'll ever change this. And then we have the Mark 6 2.0. And finishing off this shelf is Iron Man and Iron Spider in their endgame pose. Moving on to my next shelf, we're going to start off with the red and black suit from Far From Home and Mysterio. To make this shelf a little cooler, I propped Mysterio up and added some effects, but now we're adding Carnage, a massive figure. I love how he looks on the shelf, but moving on, we have the freakiest shelf of all time. Of course, we're adding Wanda and my GOAT, Dr. Freak, the messiest shelf ever. Finishing off this shelf is Bad to the Bone, one of my favorite figures, just constantly aura farming. For the top of my third shelf, I'm putting Doc Ock, and I have him propped up because he has some serious shelf presence. And then we have one of the greatest shelves of all time, the Spider Trio, GOAT after GOAT after GOAT. Seriously, one of my favorite shelves of all time. But moving on, we're adding Deadpool in his zesty ass pose. And finishing off this shelf is a figure I just picked up off Toys Assemble, Nebula, bro. She's so bad. We're just about halfway there with my fourth shelf with my favorite interracial couple, Peter and Miles, in their boss fight from Spider-Man 2. Then we're adding the Marvel character with the shittiest third movie I've ever seen. Sony, what the fuck you doing, man? Then we're adding Luigi Mangione and Daredevil. Such a sick pairing. These figures always look cool. And rounding out my fourth shelf is one of my favorite figures of all time, Iron Man Mark III. And for the start of my fifth shelf, we're putting Darth Vader, one of my favorite figures of all time. And under that, continuing the sick figure trend, is Billy Butcher and Homelander. This is actually one of my favorite shelves. But moving on, we have Shadow the Hedgehog, bro. Sonic 3 was so good. Finishing off this shelf, we have Walter White and yeah, bitch. I put them in a dealing pose. But starting off my sixth shelf, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. And he's in a defensive stance against Anakin Skywalker. I put them in a dueling pose and I love how it looks. Next up, we have Robert Pattinson's Batman, who should 100% be integrated into the DCU fucking fight me. And of course, Freddy Fazbear, fucking biggest oddball in my collection. And finishing off my sixth shelf is one of my favorite shelves of all time, Walter and Jesse in their hazmat suits with the lab behind them. And starting off my seventh shelf, we have, bro, fuck you, Pedro Pascal. I'm so fucking over. Fuck. Next is my second Homelander, my favorite of the two, and you! Soldier Boy and Homelander look so good together. But then we're adding one of my favorite figures of all time, Kratos. So much aura, bro. And finalizing this shelf, we have Saul Goodman and Kid Named Figure. How poetic that we're starting our last shelf with my first ever Hot Toys Luke Skywalker. So raw, bro. And for this next shelf, we're putting Green Goblin because I just fucking forgot to put him with the Marvel characters, so he's gonna stay here for now. This next shelf I'm leaving blank because I'm anticipating two figures from the TV show Invincible, but my fucking mom's making me wait till Christmas. She's going in a home. And finally, for the last shelf of this video, we're adding my two Gus Fring figures, and that just about concludes rearranging my entire collection. I wanted to do this type of video again, definitely not because the first one got a ton of views, but also because I just got two new shelves, so I wanted to rearrange the collection to have a fresh feeling going into the new year. Make sure you let me know what shelf is your favorite, and subscribe to me on YouTube because TikTok may be getting the fucking boot soon.